physically demanding. These mountains are, especially at this altitude, and I'm just not as, you know, I'm not as fit as when I was climbing so much, and I'd really murder a cup of tea.
But the lack of a cup of tea is far from my biggest problem.
I don't know if you can see over there, but it looks like there's some bad weather coming in, and one of the best bits of advice I was ever given by a weather expert was that clouds often behave like they look. In other words, you know, if they look menacing, they often are menacing, and if they look quite benign, it's often, you know, that's what it's going to be. But that looks pretty nasty. It's covering a lot of those upper summits, and it's heading this way.
The weather is closing in now, and it looks like there's a snowstorm on its way. I must find shelter, and soon.
Okay, what I'm going to try and do here is make a snow cave into this slope, and this is a pretty good place to try and do this. It's on a lee-facing slope, which means it's out of the wind. It should be a little bit more sheltered. But also it's much easier digging into a slope than trying to dig into the flat. My big challenge is, though, I obviously haven't got a shovel, which would make digging this much easier, but what I can do is try and pull out from inside the parachute, the back protector, so like a little strip of plastic. Here we go. That's, you know, it's not great, but it's certainly better than nothing, and this should be much easier to dig in than using my hands.
When the sun drops, there's a real risk of hypothermia, and the worst thing you can do is to keep walking and sweat. When that sweat evaporates, your body will cool to a dangerously low temperature.
Right now I've dug actually into this bank a bit. I'm now going to try and create like a bit of a platform here and get rid of the snow, and this is going to be like a bed platform, and the idea of this is that the cold air will then sink into what I'm sitting in, which is called like a cold well, and I'll be able to create under here a nice sleeping platform, insulate some warm air, and wrapped up in my canopy. That should keep me nice and snug, and that's the theory of it. But they always say try and make a snow cave about 3 times the size of your body. Not too big, otherwise you're going to be wasting any heat you can generate. Any smaller, and what happens as the snow compacts, it actually shrinks. So you'll end up then in a much worse situation, buried alive. So you want it about 3 times your own body size. And the last thing I'm going to do is just try and smooth off the roof. And what happens if you don't do this, as your body creates heat, the little pinnacles will start to